Today we're going to try and decode the booking information system of the Sandpark's website and to make sure that you book the right accommodation for you. And we are going to start off with the Satara Rest Camp. And the things you need to be aware of is that when you book a chalet, you have different numbers and letters, and all the numbers and letters actually mean something to someone, but we're not actually sure to whom. Right, so let's start off with Circle A. So Circle A in the Satara Rest Camp mostly consists of bungalows of the type BD2N, and we think that BD2N means basically there's a bungalow, it's 2 beds in, and it has no view, but you do have a kitchen there. You don't have a communal kitchen there in those type of chalets. And in Circle A, you also have 2 specifically made bungalows for people that has got disabilities or have mobility challenges, as the Kruger National Park would be calling it. And whilst we're driving through the camp and looking at some of the bungalows, they might be all looking the same, but they are certainly not. So you need to decide when you book if you want a bungalow or chalet with just an aircon or just a fan. We will always suggest get a bungalow with an air conditioner. Let's have a quick chat about Circle B. Now, Circle B has bungalow numbers 26 to 50 in, and of the type BD3B, which basically means it's a bungalow and it's got 3 beds in, and I think it's 3 single beds. It also has a private kitchen, and the maximum occupation will be 3 people. And Circle B also has 2 disability access bungalows with 3 single beds in each of the type called BD3ZB, and the unit is accessible for mobility challenged people. The type of bungalows that you have in Circle C is called BD2, which means it's a bungalow, it's got 2 single beds in, and it was very nice. We stayed in Circle C and we really enjoyed it, and I think it's ideal for a couple. Your kitchen is on the outside, the unit is air conditioned, it's got a fridge and a hot plate, but we used our little cooker, our little gas cooker, and we found that very, very nice. And Circle D is made for larger groups, as it consists of various sizes of guest cottages, and even on the picture you can see there's different sizes on the picture as well. But it normally has 2 bedrooms, either with 2 beds or 2 single beds in, or 3 single beds in. The unit is air conditioned. It's actually quite nice. We took some additional pictures which we'll show you in a moment. And that's how the guest houses are looking from the outside. And you can see some of them has been updated and they're looking pretty good. And we are now in one of the larger chalets in Satara, and it's absolutely stunning. You can see it's got a very nice dining room table. Oh, thank you very much, Ma. And your name is?
Prelit.
Huh?
Prelit.
Prelit. Oh, thank you very much for showing us this. And there's it's a lovely large kitchen as well, and it certainly looks like it's been renovated. Wow, it's very nice, very, very nice. And let me have a look at some of the bedrooms here. This is the main bedroom. Wow. And this is an ensuite bathroom, and this is the main bedroom. Wow, and there's actually 3 single beds here. And it is certainly very, very nice. This is the living area here. These are very nice units, very nice. And there's another bathroom and toilet. And a double bed in. And I must say the outside area is lovely as well. And as you can see, there are various combinations of double and single beds available in the guest cottages, and that depends on what you require. However, it does appear that the common denominator is that all the guest cottages in Circle D only have 2 bedrooms, either with 3 single beds in or single and double beds. Now in Circle E, it appears that there are only bungalows of the type called BG2, which does not have a private kitchen. It does have a fridge, but it does not have a private kitchen. And with the circles now completed, there's a couple of bungalows that's on the perimeter of Satara. And the bungalows are of the type called BD2V, and the V means for perimeter or view. I did not discuss the guest houses as such, but from the ones that we saw in the other camps, they were all very nice. But firstly, we are now heading towards the camping area, as we have now discussed all the chalets and the bungalows in Satara. And whilst we're driving to the camping area, let's quickly just summarize some of the most popular classification codes that is used by the Kruger National Park. So as you figured out, B means bungalow, and any number behind that normally would indicate the number of beds in the bungalow or the guest cottage. So GC is guest cottage, and then of course you want to be looking for something at the end like a U or a V, which means a good view. And whilst we're driving through the camping site, let's quickly discuss the rules and regulations there of the camping site. So 1 caravan per site, and when you book your standing spot, try and get a caravan or a camping site that's got power on that specific site. However, be very aware that the normal rate is for 2 people only, and should you be more than 2 people, then they are charging you an additional rate per person. So what was our general impressions of Satara Rest Camp in the Kruger National Park? Well, I must say that we had some fantastic animal sightings there. The whole campsite and the whole rest camp is relatively flat. So certainly it makes it easier for people that has got any type of disability to access all the facilities, even the camping site there. And I must say that personally the camping site looked pretty good for me. It was a large camping site, and if you book on the perimeter, I'm sure you might be even able to see some animals as well. And on a personal note as well, camping is certainly something that we would consider in future, simply because what we found is most of the chalets where we were, the beds were not great quality, and I think it was simply because there wasn't enough room in the chalets for additional chairs inside, so people tended to sit on the beds. So the beds weren't really that good quality, and I think that's one advantage you're going to have if you go and camp. You can take along your own bed at least. The people were also very, very friendly in the campsite. And I think that social interaction is something that is much easier when you camp, because people are just walking past your campsite the whole day, or you're meeting each other in the ablutions or the washing rooms. So yes, I think that camping is something that we would certainly in future do. Lastly, I've also included all the different categories of chalets and bungalows in the text of this YouTube video for your information.